Welcome back to the SHARCOM 2021 marathon. Got the year right this time. Let's go. Um, we're transitioning to the next game. We have PotatoOnCrack versus neonicplays. They'll be doing Trevor percent in GTA 5. So we will quickly get over to that. Alright, whenever you guys are ready.
Sure, not doing the countdown.
I'll do us a countdown and we'll go on go.
Yeah.
So, 3, 2, 1, go. You also have to hit A twice if you're on that new game screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then when whoever see the timer started slightly too early, but that's also fine if you want. It's technically supposed to start on the next screen.
Yeah.
Right here.
Praying my auto splitter works. There we go.
My loads are faster apparently.
Yeah. I still haven't got control of my character yet.
So unfortunately, with this being a game on PC, that is an issue.
Yeah. I have an SSD. This is unfair. What did I waste my money for?
So, to start the run, we take cover at the wall because it's like the fastest way to start the next cutscene. And then
yeah, in this game, there's a lot of taking cover and jumping and stuff like that.
Pew pew pew. You don't have to shoot. You just once they start moving, they're moving. The beginning is pretty good. So there's one shootout where one of us definitely has a chance to pull ahead because there's an aspect of skill to it for sure. All of the shootouts.
Yeah, a lot of this game is.
I believe when you're. Yeah, I believe when you're indoors, most of the time it's faster to be in first person because you move at a steady speed when you're walking.
Indoors, running and jumping is technically faster, but people use first person a lot because you can make up the time, the very small speed difference in running better.
But when you're forced to walk, too,
yes.
I believe it's faster to be in first person. It's strange.
If you can straight up sprint, then it's faster to run in first person outdoors. Running and jumping indoors is a general rule, but there's a lot of differences. A lot of it can be skipping, forced, slow down walking, taking cover, jumping, punching, anything that does an animation. There's a lot of that.
So there's a 2-second time save that you can get here at the end of this little explosion. I think it's to mash A and X or something like that, and you jump off of the cover and get pushed by one of these guys here. I almost actually did it.
Well, I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, I've done it a couple times.
Who's ready to
show it off? It's just kind of luck based, I believe. And this is the fun
I'm most certainly ready to fail the shootout.
Yeah. You just want to kill the people in the right order and go fast.
It's a disaster. That's what I've already.
There's some cars that you can skip near the end, but another tech is to shoot the passenger first, so that the passenger doesn't move over to the driver's seat. Yeah. It's not harder to shoot them.
About that thing that I totally didn't forget to do.
I might have to. I'm not sure. Uh-oh. There's a guy just chilling on the ground. Yay, we got him. That was so bad. You're gonna be about 20 seconds ahead.
I mean, my PB does have a 620 prologue, so I'm pretty good at this mission, but that was so slow. This is gonna be like a 628, 629.
Another thing I will say is, like, you have a definitive advantage being on keyboard and mouse. Yeah. Neonic is playing on keyboard and mouse, and I'm on controller. I prefer controller just because of the driving, but I'm pretty sure keyboard is generally used by most people because it's better.
Yeah, it's better for the shootouts. It's faster.
I was just driving. There actually was very recently a way finally found to skip this next train cutscene. It's very hard and meticulous, or I don't know the right
Yeah.
word. It's hard. It's hard
very
to do.
precise.
Yeah, you basically drive off of the road up here to my right, around here. Right before triggering the cutscene, you get out of the car and you shoot your gas tank a couple of times so that it explodes at a specific time, and it doesn't always work.
I think
Then you drive into the. You can switch between keyboard and controller. Yes, that is a good point. But sorry. Then you drive into the cutscene as the car blows up, and you mission fail while triggering the cutscene, and it skips the whole cutscene, as if you died after the cutscene. It's very cool, but I don't think it's worth going for in a race, even if we knew how to do it.
Yeah.
Because of how inconsistent it is.
There's also a very ridiculously easy yet unknown by most casual players skip. I meant extremely complicated. It's the fanciest skip ever. You're gonna be wowed when I do it. So yeah, you run away.
Where you just run backwards?
Yeah, you run away. Skips the entire thing.
I didn't know this my first run either.
See, it's the most difficult tech in
great.
this entire run.
Instead of doing the shootout, yeah, you just run away.
I have totally
You
not
will
failed
die.
that strat before. I've lost 5 seconds there, but my character just refused to run. It's got clipped.
Yeah, it's the movement in this game is pretty bad.
Dodgy.
Sometimes you get stuck on cover.
I think interesting is the word to use.
I think part of what makes it a great speedrun though is how many variables there are, especially after the prologue with all the pedestrians and cars and stuff like that, and all the different things.
You
that
say
can
one
happen.
of the good things, but the amount of PB pace runs I've had killed by not getting a bike on friend request is too much to count. It's like half of my runs to get there die.
So actually, that's something I should mention. So for me, I usually don't have problems getting a bike in a particular mission where it usually takes me a little bit, but I have my settings so that the cars are more. There's more cars on the road, and that there are more different kinds of cars on the road. So I'm more inclined to find a fast bike when I need it.
I
But I
can't.
believe because of your
have
PC settings,
yeah.
you can't have those settings up that
I
high. There
have
can't be that
turned-
many cars
I've-
loaded in.
I've turned population density up, but not variety. I called that I lost
Yeah,
10
that'll help.
seconds in the shootout on prologue. You love to see.
Oh, I'm gonna be like 20 seconds red.
20 seconds red on what?
My PB or 15.
Sure. I said on what? Like,
You have
what's
my
your
stuff.
PB? 'Cause I don't know what sort of prologue you're talking
It's a
about.
109.59.
A 109. 50. What?
What do you do? What? Okay, this next mission has a skip called. Well, you're closer to it, where Lamar push, where you
Oh, yes,
basically
yes.
just drive in front of Lamar.
That's what I'm doing right now.
I'm going
He's
to
got me
screw it up.
sideways right at the end.
Gives you a
Bastard!
little bit of a boost.
I was like, I held it for so long. Also, interesting tech in
You
this
just want
game
to
is
drive in the
brake
middle of the
boosting.
road when he's got you there. You don't wanna do this. This is you see that's not it.
Something interesting people might
Oh,
be
that was
wondering
so
is
good.
why am I braking on the straights? If you brake as you go over a bump that you'll be also almost lifting over but not quite, you can trick the game into thinking you're doing a burnout, giving you a speed boost. Called brake boosting.
It works especially well with this character because you can like amplify it with his
Oh, yeah.
ability to like
And you
slow down.
go
It's,
absurdly fast. God.
I'm going to focus a little bit
My
harder now
car
just
has
to make sure I'm
flipped.
not overusing the ability
Thank
and I don't
you,
get
Trevor.
too far away from Lamar. If
I
you
have
get
no
too far away from Lamar, you will fail the mission.
I have no
If
such
you're a
issues
proper
as
amount
Lamar
ahead of him, he goes
overtook me.
fast. Sorry.
I have no such issues as Lamar overtook me because a truck clipped into the side of me and flipped me.
Oh, I fully flipped my car too. It was hilarious.
Oh, what's the
Yeah, there
right-
is a lot of swearing in the game, unfortunately. There's a couple scenes that we have planned to, like, completely mute the game. Well, just one in particular.
Because Jimmy is not very nice to his online buddies.
Nope.
Pro tip, you can't break some of the poles in this game. I just found that out. Oh, I've lost like
Oh no.
30 seconds.
I
on
looked
this mission.
over and you were in a bus stop.
Yep. Can't break the phone booth so you get in shot.
You don't get 2 coins in this game, sorry.
Yeah. There's a pre-planned police escape route here. And go! Okay, I escaped. Well, I escaped that guy seeing me. But yeah, the police here are very scripted. That guy almost always drives forward. So we kind of know where they're all going to be, we know where to go. And you can wait at the end of the
You just
mission.
do 2 little break boosts, like at the start of that, after that little cutscene, to zoom away from the cops.
My joystick
And
is
then
broken, which makes...
Have to wait them out.
Don't turn right, don't turn right. Okay, he didn't
I'm
turn
in
right.
the wrong. I should be over here. We're just waiting anyways.
I've lost so much time.
Is he gonna go this way? Okay. So I'm gonna go this way and sneak around them, and if that guy turned around... Okay, there was a police kind of cornering me there a little bit, but that's fine. It could just be my connection to the VC guff. I'm not sure.
Oh shit, I just realized I don't have chat. I will pull out my phone soon. I can use that for chat.
Oh, so I did something wrong there, and Lamar didn't run to my car. I think you're better at the little tiny movement tech, like
Yeah.
running and stuff on foot. It actually does really add up over the course of the run,
I'm
especially
30,
when you do a full game run and it's like a long time.
yeah, I'm 30 seconds red. August.
No.
I got it, I got the skip. Basically, there's a skip where if you line yourself up on the right part of the garage as it's opening, you warp in the car, and I got it. Very happy.
We'll do our best to like talk over most of the swears and stuff. I don't think we anticipated the amount of not so great voice lines. I think we just anticipated a couple. We probably should have just turned them off completely if it is even possible.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
I completely failed the movement. I don't know how to go out of cover and then like sprint. Like with one smooth animation. I can do it sometimes, but not always. But ideally they you'd get out of cover and you'd be running and then you just do a big punch and it lands you basically at the trigger for the dial.
Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to be punching here to move faster. Yes, that's right. So now we use the bullet here instead of Frank's car because it is much faster.
There's also a 100% consistent spawn.
Yeah, it's always there. And then there's a way to get it for the next mission as well. We will do our best to explain.
I always hate the traffic in Shar, and then I play this game and I remember that it's not all that bad.
It's just way worse in this game.
Yeah. It's like the same, but you can't do anything about it.
Uh-oh, I went a little fast off of that jump, but I think we're fine.
Yeah, so I'll show off the way to keep the car.
So another way to gain speed while you're driving is hitting the little different inclines in the road and like the curbs. They give you little tiny speed boosts as long as you don't go flying off of them.
Lamar
And then to
push, huh?
keep the bullet for the next mission, once Lamar gets out, we park it right here. So once we're done the shootout, he should get into it, so long as it doesn't despawn. But usually if you park it in the right spot, it does not despawn.
Yeah.
This might be another spot with some sus dialogue. I'm not 100% sure.
Most of the ambient dialogue with what's it called? Franklin and Lamar is like that. There's actually some really good Lamar pushes.
I don't even know if this saves time, but I saw someone doing this once. It's kind of funny. You go into first person, so you walk fast and just keep pushing them.
So this shootout is just quite quite a railroaded shootout. If you jump over this wall, it spawns everyone in. I kind of regret doing that. I'm not very good at the shootouts here. I'm probably going to die, but... I actually nailed that shootout.
Nice. Also, shoot the first guy and then jump over this. And for some reason, no one spawned, so I'll do it again. There we go. I don't think I jumped over it high enough.
And then we also skipped the massive bike chase and driving after him by just putting a bullet in him as soon as you see him.
Oh, did I screw this up? Uh-oh.
Oh no, what's happened?
Everything's fine. That was very slow, but I just didn't want to die.
That was probably the best shootout I've ever done. And this mission could be a rainbow, actually.
Nice. Oh yeah, you pulled ahead. I had to go over the railing twice and took a couple shots while I did that, and I think I mistimed when I shot that explosive barrel, and one of the guys was still alive or something like that. Everything's fine though.
I should hopefully save time. I'm not sure though. My PB has a very good early game. No, this isn't the only game where I'm an early game warrior.
So pretty much all of the movement tech with driving does not apply for bikes.
Yeah,
To go fast in bikes, you want to be leaning forward, or even faster is doing a wheelie. But in a lot of... Oh my... Alright.
What happened? To explain something to explain something I just did on my end, there was there's an animation where you get off the bike. If you jump in time, you skip it, and I skipped that animation. I somehow lost 4 seconds on that shootout.
I have to do the mission casually.
Oh no.
It's fine, I'll just run them over.
It's okay, we can reset.
I don't know if I'm gonna have
time.
this for the next mission though.
You should do. I think you meant to have it casually.
Let's see if Lamar gets into the bullet. You should stay in it, right? Alright. Yeah, so I hit a bump, and Mike hit it, or Frank hit his head on a part that stuck out of a roof and just instant died.
God.
Like, I went airborne off of this little bump. It was pretty funny.
Yeah. It's just, yeah, there's a lot of... I had another example of optimized movement, driving the bullet to be right next to the tow truck door. It's a lot of small stuff like that adds up to the difference between a decent run and a good run. Which is ironic because all my runs are either very bad or bad, but it's fine.
Another little movement thing, as you go into this little... You jump off your bike there as you go into the end of the mission to skip Frank pulling out his phone?
Hey, I explained that.
It's pretty funny.
It doesn't skip him getting off the bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets off his bike and then pulls out his phone, I think, or it's a couple seconds.
Yeah. It's fast, it's worth it. I remember people in the GTA community, they were yelling at me for doing one of the skips. They're like, that's difficult, you're risking the run. I'm like, I've literally never failed this, what do you want to bet?
Whatever you're comfortable with doing.
Yeah. Alright, this is the time for complications jump. Complications jump that I definitely know how to do, and I'm definitely good enough at e-brake boosting to do. Brake boosting, not e-brake boosting. This is not
she might run the long way around the car here.
See this?
Unfortunate.
See, this game has yeet too.
The AI in this game is a little dumb. She has enough room to go around the car to the right, but she wanted to take an extra 5 seconds because she doesn't feel comfortable going that way.
I'm just slowly losing seconds. I'm now 36 seconds.
Like in Char, where there's like a bunch of room between where you park and where you're getting out of the car, but you still warp out.
Yeah.
So we can e-brake boost a bit using... It's not really e-brake boosting when you're using Frank's... or e-brake boosting, but brake boosting when you're using Frank's ability, because you can kind of do it without braking. But it's especially helpful with a slow car like this,
Yeah, don't worry. I also said e-brake boosting before.
Yeah.
I'll do complications jump. GTA 5 yeet.
You wanna lift up the car that you're towing to go extra fast and get some more boosts again, and hopefully not crash.
I never knew you
Hit
meant to
the
lift up the
curbs.
car. Good to know.
Yeah, I think if you lift the car, you go slightly faster.
Yeah. Now on to Chop, the most boring mission of all time. I think a much better category would be, instead of Trevor percent, it'd be Trevor percent but modded to not do Chop, because this mission is garbage.
I'd say the same thing for Daddy's Little Girl. That mission sucks.
Oh yeah, that was hard. Nah, bunny hopping though.
And this mission's kind of boring, but all done. Easy peasy. Hop off the vehicle, back into the bullet.
Would you care to wait. I'm thinking of something else. There was a skip I was going to explain and then I just completely missed the skip.
Is it the one where you, going into this mission, where you dive out of the car?
No, you don't dive out of the car, do you? I think you just drive right up against the wall to hit the trigger, which I failed to do.
I'm going to try it. I don't really know exactly where you're meant to drive here as well, but
You're just
just
meant to
drive
be
into
like
here,
as tied up against the wall as you can possibly
you
be.
ramp up there and you just trigger the mission like that.
There's a lot of
there's also a skip. Sorry, I'll say while you're driving here. There's a skip on this little walk here with Lamar where you take control of the character by grabbing a wall, so that you're not stuck in this like walk. And then you try to find a specific car on the road and park it in a specific spot, so that when he goes to put Chop into the car, Chop warps into the car. It's really funny and really cool, but like kind of a top strat, I guess, because
Yeah,
it's
it's
harder
not
to
easy.
do.
It's quite
just
precise.
kind of weird.
Has a difficult lineup as far as I know. Now we follow guy in bike in a van.
Well, I hope someone went back and clipped that death. That was really funny.
There's also a decent bit of AI manipulation in this game, like not using the power in this mission.
Yeah, so if you don't use the power in that mission, the guy on the bike goes faster. Kind of like, I guess in Char, when you're close to the follow cars, they go faster. But in this sense, you're slowing down time so you catch up to it, and it just goes slow. It's like a follow mission. You don't want to go fast. You want the car to go fast.
Yeah.
Or head. Or the bike. But yeah.
Trying to get a load up chat on my phone. I also need to remember to do I follow Speed Simpsons? Good, I follow Speed Simpsons. Yes, I did it. I loaded up chat.
Oh, so you don't do there is a route there where I'll save a little bit of time, where you skip the whole bike running him over.
Yeah,
or did you do it?
I did that.
Okay. Sorry, I wasn't looking. that is something to mention. Regularly or casually, the bike gets run over by a bus, but we skip a part in the route at the end of that instead of following him, so that we park where the bus is supposed to be and it doesn't actually run him over.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know what's happened with me, but first person seems so slow now. It's meant to be faster, but I'm just barely running. Usually I'm ahead of Chop, but he was able to do the whole barking animation. Why is he not?
I also shoot my gun there so that this pedestrian usually gets out of the way and doesn't slow me down.
That's really weird. I was in first person and I just wasn't sprinting at all. Like I was full on walking. Would not let me sprint. It was really weird.
Also, the cops are still referred to as hit and run in this game, at least for me. So it just kind of like, he just runs into nothing there.
Now I'll be attempting to shove push.
Neonic is currently winning due to mainly a death.
Skills.
I got launched in the air with my motorcycle and hit my head on a roof.
Can
Best
I
just
pop
be-
in for a second since you guys are just
Yeah.
Yep.
doing this? So there's a little bit of an audio issue. Neonic, at some point, if you could pause, mute yourself in Discord really quick, and then just go back to it, and then we'll capture the Discord audio.
Mute myself. You mean in my OBS or?
Yeah, in your OBS, you mute Discord and yourself, so just have the game audio going through.
Okay. So mute it. So just mute. Okay, yeah, I got it. Discord. Like 2 or 3 seconds.
Okay. So yeah,
Alright.
chop push.
Okay. I don't know if. What the fuck? Let me go up that. Okay, Chop was not a big fan of me having out, and he's now. Oh, that's what I've done. I forgot to shoot the dog. You're gonna catch up. A lot of time
Oh.
lost.
Is it gonna? Oh no, I'm never. How much time does I lose? That's pretty funny.
Not much. I shot him on the way, but it meant that he stopped. I'm like 40. I'm like a minute behind. Oh my god.
Oh no,
I
I
wasn't.
don't think I've ever seen that one.
It wouldn't let me sprint in first person, so now I'm like probably 15 seconds away from when my PB finishes the mission. And I've just started the drive over. That's how slow this is. This is painfully slow. It's gonna be like an 8-minute shot.
Yeah, so you want to shoot this dog over here, so Chop doesn't go over to make friends with it. That's what he does.
Yes, they're very friendly dogs.
You're still ahead of me by a good chunk.
Yeah.
So I will be
think
running and
positive.
diving into the dude here because it's funny and doesn't affect time at all. Wow.
Another thing with the power is it stops dialogue, and a lot of the time you just want to make sure the dialogue plays out and it's forced. You don't have to wait.
It's a good mission to
Yeah.
mention it in because you can
Yeah.
be stuck at the park at the end of the mission for a couple seconds.
Okay, I lost 47 seconds to PB. Sorry, 50 seconds. PB. I'm gonna be doing another skip here where you skip some forced walking. So it's not really a skip. Oh, it is. You skip jumping over the bushes. I have not done this in a long time. I'm going to visit. Please don't text me when I'm in this trap. Oh, crap,
That is a big truck.
Oh, I got it. You jump through. You basically jump out of the car straight into the
Did you
dialogue.
really go for that? Can't you die doing that?
You can, but I was going so slowly because of traffic that there was
Okay.
no hope of dying. I've never died there. The absolute worst I've gotten is I ragdolled for like 30
I wanted
seconds.
to
It was slow.
cinematic view. That's cool. We can just drive in cinematic view. Like this is perfectly playable. I see why GTA added this into the game for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of really annoying cinematic angles, but there's a couple which are really fun to drive. Like, when is this really zoomed out?
Oh, this is fast.
New meta. Let's go. There's another really cool trick after this mission.
Why is there a car there? What the heck?
Probably one of my best drives to complication was ever. I did not hit a single traffic cone.
Let's see if I can't mute the
I still call them
music.
just traffic cars.
Those are some traffic cars, oh god. I want to be hitting more brakes and stuff and boosting. Go very fast here. Go slightly off the path the GPS gives you, just so you can go more in a straight line. This is the mission where we're gonna need the audio like completely muted.
Yeah, we're muted. Don't worry, we got it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. To be honest, if you consider how much it's already been said in this.
Yeah, I should have just
Usually
like completely
it's
shut it
quiet.
off.
Usually it's
Fine.
quiet and like in the background, but like Jimmy really emphasizes it, so it probably is a lot worse.
Oh yeah, this one in
Like-
particular is just bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, with this mission, when you get into the car, if you try to get out, what do you call it? Michael starts this animation immediately, which gets the dialogue going. Usually, you'd have to wait for like
Yeah.
30 seconds for it to finish. Fun story, the time where Potato was trying to do everything with like pressing tab and refused to listen to me when I said get out of the car. Did not even bother to just try it, then tried it. It's like, oh, that works.
We
It was very
can
funny.
be, I believe, unmuted now because it's past it. But yeah, there is another button that does work for keyboard and mouse. I believe it, like, or maybe that's the same button to get out of the car, and I was just using the keyboard button for it.
So I just
Yeah,
realized
I could just hit triangle.
so I just gone the complete wrong way. I've gone the casual route.
So this business
Dinky
you
casual
look
route.
legit to you?
Look, man, it's just between him and your fucking
That's
son.
fine.
Oh,
Don't worry.
I've only lost like 4
Me
seconds.
and Mr.
crashing in this mission is especially bad because you interrupt the dialogue, and usually you beat the dialogue to the end of the mission.
I almost never beat the dialogue. I'm almost like 3 or 4 seconds behind.
Ram it already.
Okay, my best segment was already done. We also trick called fast where if you angle the camera in a certain way and click left mouse, like I'm not doing these punches, but without the pushing in between.
I had a bus get in my way. I don't think I'm gonna beat the dialogue
Important
either.
strat. Important strat exclamation time. We make a quick save after this mission,
Oh yes.
and then we load up the save, and then I hold Franklin's any character other than the character you're playing as. You hold their character swap button, and it will load me at Michael's safe house, which is where the next mission begins. The next mission is stinky. I'm very bad at it. There's a lot of ways to do it wrong. So you see the area will look a bit deloaded. Boom, Michael's safe house. Put a save wall because you saved it wall.
I have no idea why it works, but oh, he dodged. Oh.
This game has a lot of. This game is almost as weird with how it works as Shars. It's very comparable in terms of this makes absolutely no sense. Why does it work like this?
Let's take Amanda's car.
I'll also be doing the save warp where I hold the Franklin
Alrighty
switch
then.
button on my
Change
keyboard.
of plans. My darling
that
boy
is
is in
whatever.
trouble.
I do what I can to help
Like,
with that, man.
tricks the game into thinking you're
Lesson
switching
number
to Franklin when you're not, so
Don't
it
ever
puts Mike
have
back at his
kids.
safe house. Is
Hey,
my
man,
best
look,
explanation.
If I had kids, I don't think no parent
I don't really
issue
get it.
would rise over who
I
had
find it
no
annoying
privileges
this
and who
mission
don't.
how you're
Also-
playing and Franklin's there but he's not driving.
Shit, things that
So I hear
I'm putting-
Franklin's dialogue and I
You know,
constantly
shit, I
spam
was
the
making
power
a
and I
point.
never use it.
apologize and
These
self-deprecation.
are
I know
unskippable
it well.
cuts,
Yeah,
like little
man,
tiny
but shit,
cutscene
where
when
the
you
boat?
pull up sleep mode on the
Little
phone,
shit's
so
been
you do it
hijacked.
right before shutting
Somewhere on the
Daddy's
Western
little girl.
Highway.
Or
Man,
father's
ain't you
son,
heard?
sorry.
About my boat? Yeah, I am.
But you can always buy another boat.
Yeah, tell my accountant.
Yeah,
because
because then
that's
you
the
get
sleep
a
mode that I
you
play.
get an
Hey,
unskippable
repo it?
cutscene later on
No,
when you
thank
do
you.
it. Or I don't know if you
Alright,
even
homie.
do that
I ain't
same
your
route.
homie. I'm someone
I
you want to
do not.
impress.
Really? Man, I thought you was retired.
I most certainly
Why
do
the
not
fuck
do
would
sleep
I
mode.
impress some slipper wearing motherfucker?
Oh,
Have I started it?
there,
So I'm meant to get Franklin to start climbing up on the boat there, but I'm bad, so it is
Yeah,
what it
Yeah,
is.
that's like the
It's
hardest part of this mission. This mission especially sucks because the handling on
Once I
this
get
car
us
is
up close,
terrible. It's
the
the first mission where you have to use
Alright,
Mike and you don't have Frank's driving
You'll be
ability.
fine.
Yeah.
And
Happens, I got a piece of the glove
getting
box. I'll cover you.
the
Oh yeah,
the
man,
whole
fine.
like segment to
Just
go fast
fucking
is kind of
fine.
hard.
So you thought of
And the
everything.
worse it
Everything,
gets,
like,
the farther
leads
away you get
Said
from the
you
end of
wanna learn the
everything.
old way of doing
Yeah.
things. This is the old way.
You really have to like tap when you're steering at the beginning of this drive with all the turns, or else you spin out. You like tap really fast instead of holding the direction.
So when we get Franklin on the boat, we tend to slow down a little bit
Come on, kid.
and to rubber band because the truck's rubber banding. Despite the fact I started the animation late, I can maybe still save this into going fast if I'm able to get the boat to drive as slow as possible while still continuing the mission. So we don't get to the end.
Oh, they did. They fucking
It's
shot the
similar
engine.
to what's a good example?
Get
It's
away
like
from him. Oh, easy with those bricks.
bottom stop, for example, might be.
Oh, wow, that went very well. I got Frank on before the tunnel.
Be cool.
Then you wanna, I believe you actually wanna slow down a little bit for the beginning of this,
Yeah,
so
you
that
do.
it also slows down.
Yep. It's about like maybe doing the actual actions of the mission slower,
Okay.
but if
Now
you're able
go
to make
find
sure the
Jimmy.
car doesn't go too fast.
Yeah. You'll see with Neonic here, when you get to the end of the mission, you start getting farther and farther away from the actual mod shop that you need to go to
Hold on.
progress farther into it.
Ideally, you want to be at the mod shop before the game lets you into it.
Yay.
I have not
This is
done
gonna
that.
kill me. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Pardon me? Sorry?
Don't
Oh
dare
my
me,
god, I
you
got out of
little
the car. Sorry,
shit. You
my
better hope.
I bumped triangle. This is wonderful. Oh, and I got
Don't
one.
dare me, you
I'm
little.
dead. The car's on me.
Jimmy's on the other side of the road.
Yeah, I missed him.
I usually get him a lot.
I was spamming the shit out of
I
X,
think this
and
is
it
going
just,
well though.
I was spamming the shit out of X, and it refused to switch my gun.
Oh,
And
what
then it
happened?
also wouldn't. It also. I couldn't switch my gun. It wouldn't let me shoot when I was trying to switch it off, and then I accidentally hit Y, and then a truck ran me over and moved it off.
Oh no!
You're
That's
right
terrible.
here. I meant to shoot
This
the
has
guy
gone, like,
attacking
perfectly,
Franklin, and
dude.
then shoot the other guy. So how the fuck do I have cops on this mission? I didn't even know that was possible.
So this is how it's supposed to go,
You better
where
hope she's still
you
What
got
the
Frank
hell was
right
that?
there and just drive off instead of having to turn around and go all the way back. So that the
Yeah,
car,
I know.
when it breaks down, doesn't go extremely slow for like a minute.
Shit.
Yeah, the controls kind of fucked you there. It's not much better. In the not being able to shoot the guy, the triangle was not fun. That.
Right behind you, homie. Come on. Hey, closer, man, closer. Remind me not to come to you for parenting advice.
So I believe if you pull out your gun
That
here as
everyone?
you go into Los
Alright,
Santos
time to get the
Customs, it
boat back.
skips like a little bit of dialogue for the first time that you go in.
Now that
I,
Yeah, and
oh, you're supposed to be constantly mashing through the scroll wheel, so I didn't do it properly.
I think I'm about 30 seconds behind you now. That was kind of absurd though, it refused my car. It stuck me in the animation of aiming.
you still got a son.
I'm gonna be saving a lot of
Hey,
time here.
It's a chop
Could
shop
not
back there, dog.
unaim
You driving
really
there?
good. I had a lot of
Right,
control
big
problems this time. No fortune going on with it.
It's just a thing. My boat. Please stop doing that. Listen,
No, I'm
I
hitting
hear
too
the
much.
okay?
dialogue
going to
doesn't
lie,
really
that was
matter.
a
You just
really
kind of want to
bad
finish the
judgment
mission
call.
and go
But
fast.
shit, Dad, I nearly died, and all you give a shit about is this fucking
Very,
boat.
very
Hey, this the place up here.
You can drive
I
with
know
Frank
this dude,
now and
man.
go
His name
extra
Hal.
fast.
He gonna look after.
It's always fun.
Sure you're good.
I think I missed my turn, but there was a car in my way, so I'm just gonna deal with it. Definitely missed the turn. We're going an alternate route here.
I'm usually at the end of the mission by now. I've lost a lot of time.
What?
This isn't even my PB. I'm
I'ma
losing
take
like
you
I've
home
lost like
now.
2 minutes on my whole PB.
It's Franklin, right?
Yeah,
You can go
Frank.
super
the credit
speedy
fraud
though
guy.
through these
The
turns.
home
This
invader.
ability
You know what? Call me what you like,
kind of
man.
makes up for
Yeah.
missing my turn a bit,
I
but I
mean,
will be losing
sure,
out on like
Jimmy,
10
ain't
or
it?
15 seconds
Or
because of
Jane.
that.
Jimmy. Or just
Otherwise, Split is going
Jizzle?
very well for me.
Nah, man.
Phil's
I'll just stick
absolutely
with Jimmy.
flying ahead of me. This split has been
It
the
tables the
worst
turn.
father son I've ever had.
So, what's
I'm
the
losing
deal,
over.
man?
I'm losing at like a minute and a half on this split alone.
You and my old man? I see you at
Also, if you get the skip at the end of the next mission, then you might go ahead, because I can't really get that with my controller. There's a way, but
Someone steals my
hard.
whip, and
It's not really control
he's
basically.
been
I think
down
if you
there
pull up the
talking to
phone
you
and
guys.
just drive a
Your
certain
pops
way,
did
then it's
more than
fine.
talk.
If you pull
What'd
up
he
the
do?
phone and then
Look,
you
man, if he
try
ain't tell
like
you, I ain't gonna
perpendicular,
tell you.
it's
Yeah.
something
I
like
done lost
that.
my fucking job, and I thought
So
maybe
here
you
we
could help
just
me find a
switch
new
to Michael and
Dude,
switch
my
back.
dad is retired.
like the fastest way to
fully,
start the
like
next
his
mission.
only marketable
Oh yes, thank you for explaining that to the chat. I kind of forgot.
Yeah,
skills are
I
watching
don't
TV
remember if you do that.
and daytime drinking.
I
Man,
do
look, I
now,
don't know,
but it's
homie.
been so long
He
that I
seems
forgot.
okay to me.
So
Shit,
yes,
he
I am
saved
now
your ass.
2 minutes 50.
Yo, so like, since we're both unemployed.
So now we're gonna go chase after the person that was cheating with Michael's wife.
For some reason, my character swap button to Michael wasn't working. So I had to
Well,
use
rather
the wheel.
than follow him, we're just gonna let him get away because we know where he goes,
Right
and
here,
attempt to climb up the mountain straight to where we're supposed to go, rather than follow the roads. It's It's not as hard as it sounds, but if you mess it up, it kind of stinks because you just roll down the mountain real slow. The faster one is to my close right there. You just drive straight up. It's slightly harder for me. So I go up here.
I've never gotten the fast one.
Stop happening to me.
Over the wall. Little far, but we're good. If you go up,
You okay, homie?
you just land right in the yellow marker rather than having to go through this forced drive here.
The guy I'm
If
paying
you
to
do it the
teach her
faster way.
tennis.
Tennis? Oh, that's fucked up, man. You rich dudes,
Keep
homie.
hearing Franklin's dialogue and go use his ability.
What the fuck? Dude almost got away, man. Fuck, man, I think we lost
Here.
his ass.
He
Just
lives
hold
somewhere up in the
accelerate.
canyon. We'll
So the
find him.
next
How you
bit of
catch
the game
It
starts.
wasn't hard. They were in my
I'm
house.
gonna
in
bother
my own
trying
bed.
with the fast one. I'm just gonna pick the back up right up.
Man, this dude got some explaining
So
to
this
do.
is a big
The
part
whole
of the
thing
story,
was kinda
this mission in particular,
self-explanatory,
because this
Frank.
starts a whole chain of events where Michael is in a
What
good
we're
step
gonna do,
for like
Yeah,
majority
don't
of
need
the
much
game.
context either.
Oh, did you get it?
Oh,
You're like
shit out
stuck
this
there.
motherfucker.
No, I did not get it. I was stuck on the wrong
Aw.
side. So I gotta lean down.
That was close.
Get it. You can get yeah, you can get stuck up on the again.
Oh, what is that car doing? So here, especially on keyboard and mouse, it's a lot easier, but there's a way to do it for me on controller as well that I don't know. But you essentially hold up your, oh god, your phone and hold the camera in a certain direction, and you can completely despawn these guys that chase us back to Mike's house here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna lead them right to the end of the mission instead, and use Mike's ability to slow down time and shoot them.
I genuinely cannot get up this mountain. This hill.
Man, you been kind of reckless, homie.
I'm just not getting the speed I need. It's really weird. It's usually worse. There we go. Yeah, I've probably lost. I'm so far behind.
There's a winch. And we'll see how you like it when someone fucks with your shit.
Well, hey, wait! You got the wrong idea, pal.
So hopefully you get to see Neonic do it. In the meantime,
Here
this
we
is
go.
after this little phone call with Lester is where we go to grab the bike because we don't have our car here. So if you don't see it up there, parked there, which is very, very rare, go run to the highway because it usually gives you the most likely spawn for a fast bike.
Hey, homie ain't grubbing outside
Some bikes
tonight,
are
dawg.
better than other
Push the
bikes.
pedal, homie.
Is there any bike in the thing except for the moped that's not worth taking? I think all of them are worth taking.
Yeah, they're all worth taking, but some bikes are bad.
Some are better.
You want to just alright. So that's supposed to happen, but not like that. When you stand in front of a car and hit you're getting nothing, it's supposed to stop. It's not supposed to pull you with it while it's driving full speed as you get in. But I got the car and didn't get run over. If you pull out your gun, you're more inclined to have the car run you over. So the car would have ran me over there. But that was very strange.
It's a very particular driving route I take here, and yeah, I didn't get any of the storms. Cool.
So I did get a very fast bike. Just
I
to save time on my PD,
thanks for
hopefully if I don't crash and fly off and die. Just is a risk in this mission.
I'm doing the phone call with Lester.
Hello. Is this still the number for Lester
I'm
Crest?
very far
Who's
behind.
asking?
Who's asking? Who's
Oh,
asking?
You're awful cagey.
what just happened? Okay, I didn't
Even
crash.
for a dead man.
I accidentally hit the
Michael.
online button
You don't
and
sound good,
was
buddy.
just driving blindly for a
Tactful
couple
and
seconds there.
charming even in death. Come
Yeah,
see me,
don't
old
have
friend.
any-
That was
I'm living in Los
scary.
Santos, just like you. Marietta Heights.
To the highway
Whoa,
and to
wait.
not get a bike.
Hey, how do you...
Online does not work on this version
Hello?
of the game. We are playing on
You
version
fucker.
1.27 so that the loads are much faster and that there's no waves in a mission where we drive a Ski-Doo and shoot people on the Ski-Doo, so it's a lot easier to shoot them.
Sweet.
I should have pulled out my phone
There's
during
another
this
bike.
bit of dialogue to save a second or two because it cancels out a bit of the dialogue, I think. Little movement check.
I'd
This
hit that gun.
is quite boring once we get to the next bit.
And I'm not gonna get a bike now.
I was very, very scared I'd have to do the whole game again from where I saved last.
I'm away. And I get run over. Like I said.
Sadly, online does not work.
A continuous disaster. Oh
Oh
my
god, what happened now?
Everything's happened.
So next, we're gonna go get some clothes for Mike. You cannot. The purpose of this mission is we're doing like our first thing, like favor for Lester, I guess. And we're gonna. I don't think we're supposed to know what we're up to yet, but we're gonna go undercover into the Life Invader building, disguised as a nerd, with nerdy clothes. Apparently, according to the game. And then sit through a bit of a cutscene and see what happens afterwards.
I'm still currently driving on the bike. Fastest way on a bike is always to do a wheelie. I almost got squash straight into a wall by a fireplace car. So I just shoot at about 6 bikes. This house is gonna drive up.
I'll be doing my best to be doing a bunch of wheelies and stuff, but also cautious of where these cars drive. A lot of the cars in this game, their pathing is not very good, and they'll just change lanes at random and do dumb things.
Very dead.
Try to be careful and take turns wide,
Need my help.
I know you're going to.
especially on a bike, because you don't have to hit any curbs to go fast, really. Here we move to first person. Otherwise, there's a couple of instances where the programmer just kind of stops and waits for you, and it doesn't wait as long if you're in first person following him, because you walk slightly faster.
If you take slightly tighter turns,
Yeah.
it saves up like a second.
Right at this turn here, he'll stop and wait like that. You kind of see it, and if I take longer to walk, he'll wait longer. I don't know if we need the screen, like, actually, this is kind of monk-ass. I'm pretty sure this is fine. We're just nothing to see here. We're just deleting ads. This is perfectly fine. Get rid of these ads. Okay. Nothing to see here. I did forget about this segment of the game. I don't know if this is fine. Hopefully this is fine.
So what for most people, Steven, get deleted. So.
We're gonna get canceled for running this game.
I'm currently 4 minutes behind.
I got this interview.
Yup, that's as youthful as
I am
you're
now
gonna
simply
get.
just trying to
Dignity
get to the Life
aside,
Invader office. I'm still
I
not
think
there.
that might just work. Good luck at the interview.
Alright, you guys got a moment for me to pop in?
Yeah. This part's pretty boring.
Michael?
Alright, I will just say that we are supporting 3 charities with this marathon. There is actually a link that Streamlabs just posted. Perfect timing. But we are supporting Save the Children, 350.org, and the Trevor Project. So if you would like to donate, anything is very, very much appreciated. There's the link there. Also, any subs, gift subs, and bits will also go towards the charities.
When we release consulting consulters, you know, a consultancy.
Oh.
I'm kind of big on the conference tour already.
So Neonic, are you going to be doing the route where you death warp in this mission?
No. Disabled.
Okay.
Chill out on the beanbag. Marcus will be right out.
So we won't have to explain that one then. It's an obsolete route.
Indeed. If I was doing that, we could basically just
Oh.
pull the race over.
It's not that much slower, believe it or not.
If you got
You've been at
I'm
it on
already
this
like
PC.
a minute behind.
Got any
Now
antivirus
we got an
software?
unskippable cutscene where we
behind
see
this junk
what
on the left.
we were up to in the Life Invader building after all.
Scan
I'm
it.
not even there. I haven't even finished digging yet.
You want a massage?
Clicking ads.
Cause my hands
Keep
are
working.
free.
And
You're gonna
that
have to
should
really
do
screw
it.
something up for this to
Why
work.
don't you try and keep things strictly safe for work from now on?
Hey, when we go mobile, we'll be able to track all their movements. We'll know everything. That's so cool.
this part is
Making
literally
history,
just
dude. Hey,
we
and
just
we
have to
couldn't
wait
do
for
it
him to
without
pull
the
out his
little
phone.
guys.
It's the point of us
Bye.
sitting here. We planted a bug on his phone.
So you're about 2 minutes ahead of me.
It is going to blow his head off. I will give a spoiler warning if you don't want to see it for whatever reason. Yes, it's gonna blow the man's head off in a couple seconds.
Gore warning.
A-hole drank my effing hemp milk. There was a totally non-passive aggressive note on it.
The future.
If I drown in mucus, it's your fault, you illiterate effing thieves.
And now, go down to the Jane Norris. Ooh, dead.
I'm gonna be parking the bike in the garage to save it for the.
So, in order for the next mission to start, because it's also at Mike's house, we need to drive a certain distance away from Mike's house. So we go to the sidewalk and drive back. Easy peasy. It's another mission where we have to put up with Jimmy. Also, I think this is an extremely long load. Uh-oh. This has never happened. Bingo! Game crash, I guess. Cool. I probably have a save somewhere close to this mission, maybe. I'd like to see if it just loads and works itself out, because the loads in this game are terribly optimized, but I don't think I've ever had a crash during a black screen load like this. So I think it's crashed. I think I'm gonna have to close it out. Nice. Unfortunate. I was actually green on my my PB, so that's out the window now. Unfortunately. You can keep going. You don't have to pause.
Sure, I guess.
You're like I'm already ahead. It makes it more interesting. As long as I can find a mission to like that. If I have a save for this mission, I guess.
Fuck you. Oh! Oh,
I don't want to go overestimate, but we're on pace to beat the estimate, anyways. I believe I have saves for after this mission. So if we want to make it like keep it even as it was, I can try to start like the mission 30 seconds before and just skip this one and just let you do it and explain it. If I don't have a save for it.
I'm confused. So what mission did you do?
Or I can just go back and do them again. Daddy's little girl.
Yeah, I'm just about to start that one.
The save names are for after the mission, so I would have done a friend request. Don't have a friend request save. So
if you have a Daddy's Little Girl save, you can just start and go from there. In when I'm like 2 minutes off, I think.
When you're close to finishing, or however far ahead you think I was, I guess.
Just a thing to show you.
When my split time is at like 3.5 minutes, I'll let you know. Because you were about 2 minutes ahead, and it's a roughly 5 minute split. 5.5.
You can just say I crashed and fell off the bike and lost like 20 seconds of PB or something, so I can time it like that.
If anything goes wrong, you can just fake your death and start all over.
So I'm gonna wait here while Neonic drives over to the boardwalk.
Oh, hella yeah.
Yeah, the drive over here is very simple.
Own moral sensibilities
It's just
when
the
yours
drive.
are so unbelievably fuck-based. Don't push me. Seriously.
should submit this as a PE still if I beat it.
You were hiding in the head crying
Just skip a
kidnapping.
whole mission.
Just took receipt of your property with
They won't know.
pending.
If it was anything other than what you told me, then that's on you.
You're driving like a psychopath, Michael. Do you realize that? Or are you so high on your own outmoded sense of masculinity that
A
you
lot of
think
this
this
drive
is
over
normal?
is just
Shut
not
your
right.
pie hole. I think we'll both be happier if we can spend as little time in this vehicle as possible.
God, you think I've got learning difficulties, huh? Take a good long look in the mirror, pal. I'm not the one who doesn't respect my fellow human beings.
No, not unless they're a
Next to the
Smith,
fights,
or a Jew boy, or an ass
it skips you
munching
to the
homo.
next
Oh,
checkpoint, which is
There
cool.
was me thinking there's a difference between witty banter arising
A
from
lot
a
of
sense
people take the racing
competition.
bike, I
Hey,
take the
you.
BMX, and we
2 bites. Take your pick. This one'll do.
bunny hop.
If I beat you to the end of the pier, you
And I massacre a bunch of civilians because they're all in the way. You love to see it.
So I'm starting to lose time now. So I'll give it another 15 seconds.
I'm at
And
2.5
then-
minutes of time now. I would say, yeah, jump in.
Boom! Wow, look at that! I'm done, Daddy's little girl. So now I'm going to do another save warp. So I'll wait a couple more seconds. There. Boom! We're done. All right, let's create a new save. Finish the mission. Go to game. Log. Do what we did earlier. Hold my switch to Michael button and wait for the load. Speaking of the crash from earlier, though, the only crash I've ever had in this game was like memory related to playing the game for way too long, doing a full game run. Another thing is Neonic is using a BMX bike here and doing bunny hops, which is slightly faster than using the speed bike, which is what I do because it's slightly more consistent. But I think he's got it down and goes much faster than me, to be honest.
Yeah, I do it mostly for the stamina.
So what I'll be doing here is I called Frank to set up a meeting. I'll put on the suit to start the next mission, so we don't have to go buy one. And then I wait to get a text to
With the
manipulate
swimming-
text for later. I might have already gotten it, and I might just be waiting for nothing. I think I already got the text. So I'm going to switch to Franklin. And then when we switch back to Mike, he's already on the way to the hangout that we just initiated when we called Frank.
With Daddy's little girl, you dive into the water, stay underwater, then come back up and go in first person. That's the fastest way to do that. And then
I
first
forget
person upstairs.
what happens if I don't cancel the hangout, but I believe you have to cancel the hangout.
I'm not sure if you have to. I think if you don't, you just get an annoyed text.
I think so. It might interfere with getting the text and carbine rifles, which is important. So I do that. Put my phone into sleep mode.
Two bullets.
So I don't get any unnecessary texts. And pull up to the next mission.
They're both
And I
dead.
just
I
grab
can't
the end of
believe
it
this.
and accept it.
Take a deep breath, baby. It's okay.
I should
taking you back
get
to
into
your
the
brother.
habit of just having that music muted, because I have to like talk over it, let alone copyright issues and stuff. I'm not sure whose audio they have up, mine or yours anyways.
I think that's fine.
I think they do, because you were here first.
I'm gonna be doing the same
Alright.
same route.
So we don't have Frank here. I'll just be bumping into the curb. You can kind of see, especially when we're going slow, the little bits of speed you get. There is a pretty funny skip in this mission. A couple minutes in, when we're on the roof.
Franklin, hey kid,
That
you
is a
wanna
big
do
truck,
something?
so you don't want to hit those. And you don't want them to be in your way. So just get lucky and be good, and that won't happen if you do plan on running this game. You can do a skip here where you do a 180 park, and if you park in just the right spot, kind of like in Char, you will warp out of the car just like that. That skip is pretty cool. Saves you from getting out of the car, like in Shock. Couple seconds probably, because it's probably even slower in this game to get out of the car. There's a simpler one right after. So first we work back into the car because it's still being blocked by the tree. Pretty poggers. And then if you, this one, oh god, this one is slightly harder. If you like drift into this box, it also stops you from getting out of the car. And not like that.
What the hell is this place?
Oh well.
Garment factory. I needed a job that didn't
So
require
I
me
think
to
going
do anything
upstairs
apart
is
from,
way
paying
faster in
taxes.
first person, and then when you get to the ladder,
Listen.
going up them is much faster in third person. Strangely.
Yeah, it's weird. This game has a lot of very
Little Portola.
specific movement.
I believe I also am supposed to be in first person on the
Your
roof while I'm
FIB
running,
buddies, they know you're back in business.
but I don't really like.
FIB buddies?
I get stuck
What are
on
you
things when I'm
talking
in
about?
first person
Checked out the WPP thing.
more easily, I
Doesn't look like
find.
the WITSEC program I'm aware of. But for starters, they don't put witnesses up in multi-million-dollar mansions in Rockford Hill.
Oh, maybe they thought this would
Jump
be the
down
best
here,
cover.
And most witnesses don't transfer
and I will be
five-figure sums
pointing
from a
my
particular FIB
gun
agent's bank
at what
account
I will
every
be taking a
month.
picture
the
of,
money
so
gets
Mike
moved
looks at
around
it
and
right when I
walks
go to
through
take a
number of
picture of it.
fronts, but
I just hit it.
the tail is
like
there.
that.
Deposits and withdrawals.
Now to
same
get off
sum
the roof,
every
this is
month.
my fun.
Each
This is my
day,
favorite part
white
of the mission.
middle-aged for, say,
As long as you don't
unremarkable
jump off the highest part of the balcony, so those little white squares that stick
except
out.
for one
If I
incident,
jump off the middle
shooting
here, we
notorious
should only
stick-up
lose a
man,
tick of health. At
Michael
most,
Town.
we lose all of it, but it's but a tick of
alright.
health if I land like perfectly on my head. But you're like
very
guaranteed not to
impressed.
die.
Look, we can talk about this another time.
If you jump off of from
My eyesight's
those little
fine.
boxes,
They're
it's slightly
fitted with
higher
a
up, and
camera
you
and a
might
radio
die from
relay.
on your head.
You reading me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we need shots of the security features. The alarm.
I got a mission failed. They accidentally bumped the bumper. Love to say it. I don't think the energy drink I chugged before this is really helping.
You reading me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I'm
we
still
need
tough.
shots of the security features. The alarm system, ventilation, cameras.
Beautiful. Kids, this is why you go to sleep.
Sir, thank you.
Glasses are live. Shoot away. Shots
So
come through.
driving with Mike,
Camera,
you can see
check.
how much just
Alarms,
slower
check.
we go
Fence,
in
check.
general. You
Hey,
can't
you.
cut turns is like without losing any speed.
Come back to me.
You will
Have a
spin out if you
wonderful
try to.
So, we good?
Almost. I need to get eyes on the roof of the building. See where the ventilation comes out.
And this next
Drive
split
around the block
kind
and
of
look for a way
stinks
up to the roof.
because there's an element to RNG. You have to get a particular text in order for
There.
the police van to spawn that you steal.
If they're gutting the
And then
place, I
there's,
might be able to get to the roof.
A helicopter that can follow you.
I think the
There's a
helicopter's
ladder. Climb up and see if you
manipulable.
can get to the roof.
Yeah, I always suck at it anyways and just try to get it over with. I believe if the helicopter chases one of us, we can just hide under a certain bridge and it should go away after 20 seconds at worst, but I've had this mission go a lot worse where the helicopter won't leave me alone. Well, let's see how it goes.
You won't have to worry. You're like 4 minutes ahead of me this time.
Hey, I see the vents.
Yeah, I'm looking at the relay. Can you get any
I'm
higher?
not actually 100%
I pulled up a
sure what all went
satellite
wrong.
image. It looks like the highest point is on the northwest
So I
side.
got the
Say that
direct
again,
text.
There.
I'm going a little slow, so I should already be up here waiting for it,
Now
but
use
that's
it to
okay.
get an image of the air system.
I want to drive
Shot
up a
of
bit.
Angelico unit. Looks good.
It's probably
Okay,
far enough.
will do. Now come back to me before someone spots you up there.
Will do.
Run back till it gets close. Uh-oh. This is fine. Run that way. I can't, like, move in this mode properly. Okay, then. I believe I want to try to injure one of them, but he died, so that sucks. And if you injure one of them, you might not get 3 stars. And the chopper might not spawn right in
Here,
front of you
take
as
your
it did for me
glasses
here.
back. Let's
Let's go back to the
It's in a
garment
weird
Yeah,
factory.
spot. It
I
actually
hope
didn't see
people
me.
will
That
start
was
setting up
really,
the
really
information.
lucky. If these guys
So,
don't
what
see
did you
me, I
see?
think they will though.
That'll cause undue complications.
Yeah, it looked like a simple setup. Cameras broadcasting to a remote server. We might be able to wipe them remotely.
That was
Security guard on
extremely
the
lucky.
door.
The chopper
He
spawned in
won't
front of
wanna
me,
die
but
for rich
didn't
assholes
see
to
me
rub his
because there was
nose
a
in it.
wall in the way, I
Good.
guess.
The alarm system's linked to
And
the
if you
door.
go
So we'll get a good window so
Smacking
someone talented hacks it.
Anything else?
So, a
Well,
little bit of the
yeah,
wrong
the
route
more
here, but
valuable
we just hide
merchandise
here.
is in the cabinets in the center of the store, by the
This
register.
bridge
I'd
here.
start there.
Hopefully,
Glass in
very
the cabinets
unlikely to
wasn't
come and chase
bulletproof.
me down
Means
here.
you
This
can
is where
smash
you end the
them easy
mission
enough, but
anyways.
the stones will be in the safe at night.
So,
this head is empty.
we go in when it's open then.
Right. Once we melt down the gold, recut the rocks, that's an okay score.
Yeah, shame we
that.
can't go in after hours, man. Those
Um,
vents
for
look
the
promising.
final heist
I might
of
be able to
Trevor
flip that another way.
I'm listening.
Wait till we get back.
About the crew.
Yeah?
There's this kid
to
who's
get
been helping me.
the
Maybe we can
robbers
cut
that
him
you
in.
hired
Don't work with
to get in the car
amateurs.
faster.
He ain't an amateur.
Spam the horn.
Or if he is, he's
I
a
think you just honk
gifted
it once.
amateur about
You
to
start
turn
running. I'm
pro.
not
He's a
100%
good
sure.
kid, Lester.
You know what they say. It's your funeral. One of them at least.
Okay, here you go. Get to drive with Frank. Get to weave around the cars instead of crashing into them. This van is very slow, so it
Still a
helps
hothead?
trying to get
Some
boosts
things
and
never
stuff.
change. Yes.
And
good.
the heist are the things I really loved casually in this game. They're just like, once I was done the first one, I wanted to go straight off to the next heist right away, and it really made the story mode a lot of fun for me. I wasn't never a big fan of GTA story modes until this one came out, and I really like this one.
Hey, what's
Not that it's
Hey,
like
man, it's
better
me,
than the
Mike.
other ones by
What's
any
going on?
means, but
Listen,
I just liked it
I
personally.
gotta get hold of
Those
money
reasons.
for that house we pulled down.
I'm debating doing a risky strat.
So I went quite slow at the beginning of that drive, and it's hard to build up speed, especially towards the end when you're going uphill, but won't lose too much time. Drive into the trigger for that, and we just need to not what button is it? Oh god. A, B, I don't know what button it is. B. I just had my phone up, or there was something blocking it. I hit B. Anyways, you just shoot these so it, you can break them faster. I can show you what happens if you don't shoot it. You basically just break it, and the cutscene is slightly faster or slower while you're robbing it. I think you need 3 million, but I'm not 100% sure how much you need. Like 3.3 or something, and then you just go. Once the money turns green, you don't need it all. We'll take a little detour from the team here. If you go ahead of them, I believe because of rubber banding in this game, they go faster.
I don't understand why that guy there did that now.
We also don't go into the tunnel like the game wants us to, but we trick the game into thinking we're in the tunnel by staying above where we're supposed to drive. And that makes them go extra fast. So they go into the tunnel, and I use the map to stay above them. So they go extra fast. We go down here, they make a U-E around here, and so do I. You can kind of see it on the map where they're driving if you look closely.
There's no way to get the carbine rifles.
A little bit ahead of me. I went kind of slow, but that's fine. And then I have screwed this part up before, but you want to just wheelie over this little barricade to get into the sewer here.
Alright.
I'm gonna go with the risky strat here. I'll
That
explain
was
it
a
later.
little rough,
kid.
but
H,
you
you're in the
didn't
truck
fly
with
off and
Mike's,
die.
Everyone else with me. Gus, Kareem, you're riding in the back of the van. I'm passenger. Franklin, driving.
That also, doing it like this also despawns a bunch of the police that chase you here at the end, I think. So the game thinks we did that properly, but we didn't.
of us in this van. We're about to become accomplices in a major
So there's supposed to be
crime.
like
I
a
gotta be
barricade
able
of
to
cars
trust
there,
you
instead
with
it's
my
just
life,
2
my
police
liberty, my
officers.
reputation. Same goes the other way. A crew will only work when there's trust. So, in the interest of
Are you supposed to
fostering
drive
that
across
type of
here? Sometimes I
relationship in the
forget
short time
and
we've
just
got,
genuinely
introduce
fail the
myself.
mission because I don't know when you're
I'm
supposed
Mike.
to drive across.
I've done
Whatever.
this type of thing before.
Pretty
More
sure
than a
that's
few
fine.
times.
If you drive on the wall, it also
Enough to spend a
despawns
long
some of the
time
police cars, I think.
I hope it goes
I'm not
without
100%
saying.
sure. I think you also
Anyone
maybe go
yaps
faster.
about me or any of you.
One time I almost
be
hit the
dealt with.
bike in front of me, so I'm not 100% sure.
Good. Now, Frank, over to you.
Yeah, man, I'm Franklin, dog. And, I'm new to these kind of planned out detail robberies. I done my share small
I'm not even close, so I'll just go off the risky stuff.
jobs, you know, liquor stores, warehouse. This is...
Let's move. Let's do this. Come on.
I got these cases.
Also, I should warn the restreamer or the host or whatever that once the thing ends, it puts Frank in the strip club, and I don't know how family friendly that is for stream, so you can literally just cut it, like, after this mission complete with time.
Come on.
Or I can just cut it myself.
Stay down. Stay down. Hey, we.
Yo, so for the last time, move it. Go, go, go!
Would have been, quite close to my PD, actually,
I'm
without
driving
that
blind
crash.
back here.
Like 6
But we'll
minutes.
never know because I didn't do that one mission,
We
so.
turn.
When I am, I'm 6 minutes behind PB.
Thinking if there's anything else I can do in the game.
If there's a turn coming up, you gotta tell us, man.
Speedrun related. Oh, it's just
Kareem, you the
tab.
driver. Shit, where we
That's it.
going? Headlights on now.
Fucking, I'm
A
gonna
lot
do
of-
the risky stuff.
A lot of the speed tech, similar to Char, I guess, is like you have to do them in certain missions to skip certain parts of missions or have certain vehicles or guns unlocked, and it's kind of hard to show things like that off because all of my save files are Trevor percent. I have to reload the game. I don't think I'll have time. You know, it's getting close to being done.
So the road you love to see. Don't know what I can see.
If I can, I moved the, oh no, I moved the thing, so I might, I mean, I'm done anyways, I'll fix it. Okay, down to the right. Just a little more down.
I like to try that.
Didn't mean to do that.
Probably about 3 minutes off.
Hang in
Yeah,
there,
also, I
boys.
believe you're
I
supposed
got
to pick
this
the speed
covered.
bikes here and not the bikes I chose, because you just zoom like Neonic is.
Hang in there, boys. I got bull bars on
I
the
just
truck.
mashed A and
I'll make
forgot.
short work of these cops. I can't take much more of this. You just
Right over the
concentrate
top,
on your
dude.
driving.
Come on.
I don't know how else to try and head there. I was driving slowly, you're not meant to lose them. But sure, I guess.
I honestly had that happen in this mission sometimes in the world. Like I feel like you were in the right place there. I don't really know why you failed. It's strange.
I was going slowly, like I was letting off the accelerator. You're meant to be able to, you're not meant to lose them unless you just full throttle them. And like curb boosting and shit. Which I didn't do at all, so I don't know why that failed.
Well, this is how we do the mission casually, I guess. So see all the cop cars are spawned in. This is what doing like the skip on the bikes and stuff skips you
If you need
driving
another-
like
give me the
correct
word.
path, I guess. So these cops spawn in and they're just annoying and getting in your way.
skip at the end here. Very small.
Looks clear to me. Fine work, boss.
All right, we're clear of the cops for right now. Let's stop at the end of the river, and we'll get the bikes into the truck.
He just gives some flow down.
Oh yeah,
F,
that's
come
right.
on, get in.
I did not do that one.
Lester's around the corner at the lockup.
It was a fun race. Unfortunately, with the technical issues, Killa could have been a good run for me, but also did make the race kind of closer too.
I thought I was
It was
gonna
fun.
be stuck to that bike.
Is that a faster
thought
route?
you were gonna
Taking
be
that little
stuck under a
shortcut. That
cop
looks so much faster.
There
I
gotta
didn't
be
know that.
more dudes waiting around that
Oh.
way. We
think
did not
it's
just
slow.
get away with that shit,
Oh,
did we?
oh maybe
know
it
what?
is slower now that you're
I
going
think
this
we
way.
did.
Maybe you're right.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, we did it, baby. We did it.
My PB's a 107, so that's
All
like
right, people.
7
We
minutes.
need to split up. They're gonna be looking for a crew.
I'll wire your cuts
Oh,
on the
good.
rocks.
We show off a good speed run. Yeah.
It's yeah.
You're just watching the cutscene.
Made up.
You gotta finish. Okay.
GG's.
Apologies for if I had done some practicing and stuff before, I would have known all of the Monka S spots in the run with voice lines and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
sorry about that.
It's fine. Fun race to watch. Some unfortunate stuff. The crash. There was a couple deaths and mission fails.
Alright. Red died on the bike. That was hilarious.
That was really funny.
And I ended up bringing it back with like a perfect father and son. The mission where Franklin hops onto the truck that you're or the
Yeah,
whatever,
that
the
one
boat.
that was clean.
That went very, very nice for me.
Controls completely broke in the middle of that mission. Stopped aiming my gun, and then I couldn't get my gun out after I put my gun away. It was wonderful.
Yeah. A few unfortunate things, but overall, very fun race. Thank you guys for running this.
All good.
Up
Yeah, it was a lot.
next.
Thanks for having us.
Ah,
Sorry.
Yeah.
no, you're fine. Just make sure to end your streams as quickly as possible.
Yeah. So as soon as you cut, I'm ending it. Unless you want me to do it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've transitioned, so go ahead.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah.
Alright, see you guys.
Bye.
Alright. Up next, we have Burgerman. We're running Jersey Devil, but we have to wait. I do not know where Burgerman is. So, enjoy some music.